Hello fellow guitar geeks, this is the Boss FZ-1W, the 𝗬𝗓𝗏 FZ-1. Normally when I make a video, I test out the pedal first and get to know it and get to know what's going on and what it does. This one I didn't, I just plugged it in, set everything where it is right now as it came out of the box, and that's the tone I got. And wow, what a fuzz pedal. We should look into it, I should definitely tell you more about it, but so far, it's just one of those pedals where you plug in and you just think, damn, that is a good pedal. So yeah, it's always fun when this happens, especially when it comes from Boss, because they've just, or fairly recently, released the Tone Bender, which shook the world of reverb and second-hand fuzz pedal buying. And then pretty soon after the fuzz pedal that was possibly the most expensive fuzz pedal I've bought, they came out with this, the FZ-1W, the 𝗬𝗓𝗏 in gunmetal. We all know this shouldn't matter, but I love how this pedal looks. I love the Boss iconic compact pedal series, but the way this gunmetal grey and this finish, these simple silver knobs, and the 𝗬𝗓𝗏 making it expensive, and the silver knob, which you can just see at the bottom of the screen just there, it makes me happy. So plugging into it gives me confidence. I should bring you some more tones, so I'm going to explore the pedal, but first I'll bring you my top 5 tones from the FZ-1W. So far, I have not found, like in fuzz pedals, or sometimes in pedals generally, overdrive pedals, distortion pedals, you find a couple of sweet spots. But with this, there seems to be just a menagerie of tone animals living inside it, and you can just dial them in however you want. Of course, you've got the major switch, vintage and modern, which I'll go into in a moment, but so far, I'm just completely flabbergasted that it did what I expected it to do. Like when I put it on modern, and what is it on there? Modern, yeah, and pushed up the fuzz in that last tone, it just did exactly what I wanted it to do, and this guitar sang. This is absolutely one of my favorite fuzz pedals. I know I say that a lot. But it's true. This one is tameable. You can tame it, you can get it. It behaves. It's raucous and it's nasty and it's, animalistic, but it behaves and it plays with you. It's like a dog. If a fuzz pedal were an animal, this would be a golden retriever because it wants to please you. That's what the FZ-1W is. Explaining this pedal should be fairly easy because it's a fuzz and it's only got 3 knobs and a switch. But here we go anyway. Signal in, signal out, 9 volts in. Being a Boss compact, it's also got space for a 9-volt battery. Up on the top left, we've got level, which is the master volume of the pedal. On the right, we've got fuzz, and in the middle, we've got tone. Tone is an EQ, a one knob EQ, and then we've got V and M, which stands for vintage and modern. I'm full of beans in this video because I'm having so much fun. Let's put a loop on and play that loop through the pedal and see what it sounds like, fiddling with the knobs and stuff. Actually, before I go knob twiddling, this is the little wing from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. It's got P90s, it's semi-hollow, it is quite small, but it's really, really heavy, and it's got a thick old neck. I dig it hard. You're hearing the pedal through the Fender Deluxe Reverb and vintage V30s in the Harley Benton cab, and it just sounds great. I will try it, with another guitar and maybe some more guitars, but generally speaking, P90s fuzz Fender amp, can't go really wrong, can you? We'll start with knobs at noon and in vintage mode. There we go. That's it. I mean, it's in between crunch and fuzz in the vintage mode. Let's record a loop. It's really good. There is not a bad tone there. There's some preferred tones of mine. Like, I really like the vintage setting, high gain, lower tone. That sort of violin-y, sort of vintagey sound, retro sound, I guess, is another word we could use for vintage. And the modern, it's just fuller and fatter. So while the vintage clearly sits somewhere in between crunch and fuzz and is very, very usable, the modern just thickens that up. So if you're doing any lead lines, that's beautiful. Congratulations, Boss. You have made a pedal that I think is better than the Tonebender Wazacraft one you did. I will make another video where I combine all the Boss fuzz pedals. I've got all of them. The FZ-1W, the FZ-2, the FZ-3, the FZ-5, and the Wazacraft. That's 5 Boss fuzz pedals in a video. That'll come soon. So click subscribe if you want to see that, because that'll be a fun video. Not enough Boss fuzz pedals in the world. Okay, I'm going to switch guitars. Let's see what this sounds like with a Strat. Sounds great with a Strat. Let's see how it cleans up. So we've got... there somewhere. Anyway, I'm getting the feeling that with the vintage sound, it's more open, it's less compressed, it's wider, it's thinner, not in a bad way. And then in the modern setting, it's fuller, it's more compressed, it's thicker, it's meatier, it's got more frequencies going on. There's more bottom end, more boost, more everything, but still retaining this crispiness. Really, really good pedal. Okay, let's try it with a Les Paul. And when I say Les Paul, I mean Maybach Lester, of course. Okay, what are we going to do with this? Causing me to noodle, which probably isn't that exciting for you, but it is for me. Lots of stuff going on, lots and lots of stuff. I wonder if it does the violining thing on the neck pickup. Hang on. So, right, neck pickup. There we go. Fuzz, modern, and then bring that tone down. There's just a lot of tone in this pedal. It is 100% one of the best fuzz pedals I've ever played. It's believably controllable. It's animalistic, it's gritty, it's crunchy, it's raspy, but it's also tame. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see if I like it with a baritone. Baritonius. Right, this is a little bit noisy, this guitar, but it's gorgeous, possibly. Let's see what it sounds like. So you lose a little bit of volume when you go over to vintage, just so you know. Alright, there's something I don't like about it, and that is when you're switching from vintage to modern, or modern to vintage using this switch, it's really hard to get my finger in there. So that's requiring a fingernail. And I know that this is a Boss pedal, so that's the Boss style switch just there. But I think they've put it in a place that's hard to reach. Maybe Boss want you to buy 2 pedals, one for vintage mode, one for modern mode, because as it stands in a studio, fine. Live, there are 2 very different but very similar sounding fuzzes in this. They're like cousins rather than brothers and sisters. They're cousin fuzzes. Fuzzins. But, gosh darn. FZ-1, Boss. Go buy it. Actually, before I wax too lyrically, I know I've gone a bit over the top. It's a fuzz pedal video. What do you expect? It is €200. I think that for €200, you should definitely try it before you buy it. If you're looking for something that goes from crunchy to thick fuzz, but not over mad distortion. So it's nowhere near like 𝗬𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗔𝗥's territory, although I'm sure you could, if you boost this pedal with a drive before it, you could get nastiness and wackiness. I think the strength of this pedal is the palette of tones and the fact that there isn't a bad sound in there. It's not like you need one sweet spot. It's all over the range of the knobs. Good stuff. However, it's tame, and I think I've said that several times in this video. It's controllable, it's predictable, it plays with you, it wants to behave, again, like a dog. It's dog fuzz. It's a dog fuzz. Some pedals are cat fuzzes, you know, the ones that just don't do anything you want them to do, and then they go off on their own and just come back when they want. That's cat fuzz. This is a dog fuzz. This is the end of the video. You've made it to the end of the video club. To prove that you have seen this part of the video, when you leave a comment telling me what you think of this fuzz pedal, please include the phrase dog fuzz, and that'll let me know that you watched this part, and you can feel good about yourselves because you've achieved something today. Congratulations. That sounded a bit mean. I didn't mean to be mean then. I just meant, you know, some days don't go as well as others. But if you're having a bad day and you've done that, congratulations. I mean, that just leaves me to say thank you to Boss for sending out the pedal and for sponsoring the video. They have made an amazingly fun pedal. And for those naysayers that said, why are they releasing another fuzz pedal already? That's why. Other videos, subscribe button if you want. Like the video? I don't know. And I'll see you very, very soon. Bye!